Alrighty. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? Let me see, is chat where it needs to be? I think it might. Looks like it is. Good stuff. This is gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of stuff, a lot of things, but I thought, hey, instead of me just, I don't know, doing it on auto and doing the clicking on the side, might as well have you watch. Gives me something to do, gives me something to talk about, you know? Yeah. Yeah, basically. Okay, so how's my daily stamina looking? Are we full? No, perfect. Yeah, let's get this on the road. Under the tree, shallow, willow, wallow, wallow, wellow, willow, willow. Yo, 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 yo. See, I need to get rid of this habit. It's not a good habit to have, but specifically with these like story events and character events and hyperspace, I usually do them the last day. I really end up doing them, whoops, basically on the very last day. Is that the way you're meant to do it? Probably not. Is it gonna be something easy to fix? Hard to say. But yeah. It's truly enjoyable. But hey, I think for hyperspace or something, at least we can do some fun stuff. Sure. Let me just do empty decks. No need to think. Think. Good stuff. W Longhair G. Alright, who do we already have here? Hey, might as well not be unfriendly. Hey, Skeezy Weezy, Ivan, Evane Links Clover, X Sleeps, All Zeros, Alter, Siarosuku, maybe? Duduat Babui or Baba Boy, Jonathan Ryanji. So no new news about G-Clef. I have no idea. Nobody of us really knows what exactly is going on anyway, right? Ploob, Kitsagi, Lot, like the usual Twitch candidates. Sup bro, new to the game, thanks for the videos. Hey, welcome, man. Sky is the limit from now on, it's only getting better. Yep, that is exactly what's about to happen. I have a question. I'm level 40 right now, but I still don't know how to level up a character properly. Should I build them level, partner, skills, gear, and lastest deck? Okay, so obviously you want to do your levels. You don't have to go to 60, but you kind of want to go 51 out of 60. So that's number one. Do the levels, right? 51 out of 60, 60 out of 60, whatever it might be. Number two is going to be potential. You want to make sure you at least unlock all the nodes outside of the top two in the left first, so that you get to the potential in the top right, right? It's going to be in like the top right. That's usually a big boost to your character, right? So the thing in the top right, that's where you want to get to. And after that, you can work on crit chance and you can work on card percentages. Unique card percentage, crit chance, and you kind of want to get them probably close to like 8 out of 10 for the unique cards, 4 out of 5 for crit, but you can also finish them off, right? So it go level, then it goes potential, then it would go memory fragments, and then it would be save data. Or, yeah, like you really want to make sure you get some memory fragments in you. So I think that'd probably be the order. Level, potential, memory fragments, save data. You feel like your characters are so weak you can't clear the level 40 missions. Whenever you feel like you're stuck on a level 40 mission, going for a more effective save data or different team comp could be exactly what you need in a scenario, right? When does tower reset? I mean, tower reset last update. I don't know if it ever will. I mean, it says permanent. I don't know. I do not know. But the last time tower reset was with the recent update, I guess. Oh, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? At least it's only text. Man, today's equipment reveal was OP, but really missed old RNG days. I mean, they're still here. And keep in mind, you won't have an infinite amount of these crystals anyway. So, there still is an, like, to a degree, it is really fulfilling being able to finish a deck without having to manipulate it after. Like, sure, it's not gonna be to the same degree as before, where that was legit your only choice. But it just boosts the overall floor of the community. So I think it's a good thing overall. I mean, the tower, yeah, obviously they went from tower beta into tower full, but that still means the tower got reset, regardless of how you want to look at it, right? Hey, Crazy Nimpo, what's up, what's up? Thank you for the Shizuru video. I got the Moonslash save data 1-to-1 and she's awesome. Let's go. Yeah, you know what? I think with one of the gear orbs, I will probably use this like super expensive selection orb on my Shizuru deck so that I can perfect the ring. I think that might just, yeah, see, I'll show you the deck. I'll show you the deck and then I'll show you, I'll talk to you what my plans are on using the orb, right? So, my Shizuru deck here. This is the worst one. No, this one. So, this Shizuru deck here, we have ourselves 3 copies of the Draw 1. We have the Tsukuyomi, we have the Karmic Flames, we have the Bounded Dusk. This Bounded Dusk I need to re-roll again, probably for the 2 combatant one. But I think I can keep the 1 morale, it's not that bad. But look at these substats. Buy 40 for 0, buy 30, plus 50, buy 25. So the only thing I need to change is I need to change this amorphous cube into the basic attack boosting version. Then again, we would lose the 25% on Shadow of the Moons. So I don't know, is that actually worth, I mean, it's a plus 25, which would be a plus 40 on the basics. Or not plus 40. So the difference would be between a plus 50, because it's 2 times 25, versus a, I think versus like a, okay, you know what? It's actually closer than I'd like to admit it. Because here the half would be 42. And then from 42, 4.2, so it'd be 38. So it'd be like 76. I think it'd be 76 versus 50. But the 76 only applies to the swords. Whereas the 50 also applies to Shadow of the Moon. Yeah, okay, you know what? It might actually be better to just try and get the 6% crit rate on the middle one. Yeah, you're right. You're actually right. Dang, man, using equipment orbs don't retain affixes? Why would you say that? Why wouldn't it? Who told you that they don't? Right, like where is that coming from? It's not as if the developers went out of their way to be like, oh, you know what? The orbs, they're actually kind of like bad. No. At least not that I know. Like, I haven't heard a lick about them not working with affixes. Like, rather than assuming they don't work with it, I think we can rather comfortably be like, yep, they're gonna just carry over the affixes and everything works the way it's supposed to. Punch indeed. Appreciate the punch. That's a lot of punches. Man, you can't really do anything against the punch, huh? It is truly the best emote. I mean, the Rita spin is cool. I really like the 9 glasses. I think the Nia headbanging one is also really cool. The two latest ones I've added. But, I mean, the punches are just the punches, man. They are super flashy. And it just looks good. Especially in like multiples. You can spin, that is very true, but you can also call something an absolute banger with the... Yeah, look at this. See? This is what I'm talking about. Look at Nia go. You see this? Look at her go. S3 engraving costs 0 when S2 arena enchant costs 10 per sword? No, it doesn't. The only thing that costs 10 is the God's Hammer. The only thing that costs 10 is the God's Hammer. So, yeah. They changed that from Season 2 to the Season 3. Gear perks from Season 2 no longer cost anything. The only thing that costs 10 is the God's Hammer. Heavy Metal Nia. Exactly. Win a battle with combatant Hyde Mary on the team. Discard 2 cards through an ability. I mean, I guess that works on its own. Not really doing much here. Just making sure everything gets discarded. Things just kind of fall apart as they should. And then everything just works out. No. Does the action count engraving also apply to the Vera, or is the damage plus only for allies? Whenever it says allies, it, in all cases we have so far, it always referred to the entire team. Can I 100% guarantee to you that it's the way it works? The fuck is this? It just took a while, I guess. It just took a while for her to realize that they had to die. Yeah, I've seen the Kayron overload build. I've even seen it, I think, as... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring you the proof. I will bring you the proof that in fact, am at the... You know, my feed is Chaos Zero Nightmare. When there's something cool going on, usually I see that thing early. So, let me see if I can find the time when I actually saw this one. Okay, Ron. May 18th. May 18th, y'all. That's when I knew about this shit. It's been 8 days that I've sat on this knowledge. First published by this Recluser1 guy. Like, yes, his thumbnail with the 3.5 million damage is a bit bait. But the core concept of using that insane overload persona is still valid. So yeah, I've known about it for a while now. It's so cool what some people can actually come up with these personas. Good day to you. Hope you're healthy. Hey, I wouldn't be streaming if I wasn't. I believe, maybe. Should I tell you something? I don't know. I'm debating. Alright, sure. I'll let you know. Okay, first, somebody asked, do I think Adelheid has high value? Absolutely, I do believe so. You can pretty much treat her as a support. Because the way I can see it, especially with her partner and her ult, you can probably run Adelheid as healer and shielder at the same time. And then run either 2 DPS or, more obviously, just run a triple Vanguard team. Which could turn into a madness. But no, some of you asked if I was gonna be at Anime Expo. Not only would that shit be prohibitively expensive, but I am already pre-planned somewhere else, right? I am going on vacation, but WG never sleeps. I am currently working on and making good progress towards a way of still streaming. So basically I'll be able to just at the beginning of the day go out, maybe go to the beach, enjoy the sun, I don't know, have some fun. and then come back, and then we're gonna do some Chaos Hero Nightmare. And yeah, so that is gonna be very nice. That is going to be very nice. Very much looking forward to that. Also, to some degree, you could call it crazy, but it isn't even like I had a choice. Because it would be an entire month. It would be an entire month, and during that month, especially towards the beginning of it, would be the release of Faye. So it's not like I could have just said, okay, fuck y'all, I'ma bounce, I'ma be back in a month, right? So it's gonna be fun. There's probably gonna be some firsts and whatnot, but I think you might not even notice. You might not even notice anything having changed. Might not. Might. Yeah, I'll know if it is or isn't, huh? Is Faye limited? No. Also, I don't even think there's gonna be a limited in Season 4. Then again, hey, who knows? Right? Who knows if there is or isn't? No love for Serenia? There always is love for Serenia. What we did like quite a while ago already was play a sortie with Serenia, and that shit was fun. I mean, think about it like this as well. You're getting a character that can apply a debuff so that every enemy takes 100 extra damage from whatever they get hit with, which perfectly pairs with a Serenia whose entire purpose is to hit an enemy repeatedly in a row with a bunch of cards that could very much benefit from a plus 100% increased damage taken. So you might as well, to some degree, treat Adelheid as a Serenial support, if you want to. Do I have a Cobalt Light Serenial build? I could probably think of one, I could probably cook one up, I could probably show you a good one, but on hand right here, right now, no I do not. Hey Umberfield Ice, what's up, what's up? Oh, does anybody have an idea how to complete all those hidden quests on the Hype Mary board game? I'm honestly not too sure. I'm currently only just collecting. I'm currently kind of just collecting them, you know? Collecting those dice, not really doing much with them. Also, why did my team change? Is this like a trial squad, or is this my own things? Doesn't really look like a deck I would build. Then again, you can never be too sure. Sometimes I do some weird things with some decks, so not gonna judge too early, you know? Also seems to be a trial Hyde Mary as well. I should have clicked next mission. We're just wasting time. Wasting time. We're wasting some time. Where are you? Where is she? Am I blind? There she is. There she goes. Hyde Mary and Hyde Mary. Imagine if you kill the enemy so fast that you won't even be able to discard 3 cards. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Let's do this. Where am I? What am I looking at? What am I looking for? What is going on? Diana. And then Diana we're gonna change. Sure. Should be fine. We need JK HDMI as skins, such a good design. Sure. Yeah, whatever you say. I'm not entirely too sure what JK in this case refers to. I might just be a little slow. I might just be a little slow. Oh, the young Hyde Mary? The one with like the what's it? Not patches. I mean, I guess so, but what's the word? You know what the things you put on something when you wound yourself. Whatever that word might be. You know what I mean. Bandage? Band-aid? Close enough. Probably a band-aid. That's probably what I was searching for. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna go with the empty ones. Makes life a lot easier. Man, we need more crystals. I'm gonna skip the next one for the sake of summer. Okay. What dupe level is your Hyde Mary? If you don't mind. If you don't mind sharing, what dupe level is your Hyde Mary? For curiosity's sake. And based on how many dupes, how many of those did you buy from a shop? And how many of those did you do with Omega codes? E3. No, you're not the guy. I need Mr. Or Mr. Mrs. I don't know. Event Links Clover 4203. That's who I need the answers from. You got lucky. You did get lucky, yes. Tenebria will be passion. Tenebria will be passion, not void. Summer Owen event story, please. Sure. The deck that plays itself. Wahoo! At least that's what it's supposed to do. Sometimes. You could E6 with your Hyde Mary is E5. So, if your Hyde Mary is E5, do you think that by chance, having gone for less Hyde Marys could have left you with more crystals for the summer unit? You know, just like a thought idea, like a thought, not project, you know, thought experiment. Do you think you might have had more gems left for the summer units if you didn't have Hyde Mary E5? Right? Like at some point, some sacrifices have to be made, right? If you go for a character 7 times, that means, technically speaking, you're gonna miss out on the next 7 characters in a hypothetical. So 2 passion back to back. What? Faye is void. Faye is void. Why would there be 2 passion back to back? Faye is void. Are we gonna get a Mei Lin guide now that Tenebria's passion? I need to upgrade my Mei Lin. I know. I mean, okay, you know what I could also do? I could pay the crystals, put Mei Lin into the level 55 machine mixy thing, do whatever I need to do and then bounce, but no. At some point I will have to like level 60 my entire roster. Diana and Hyde Mary were back-to-back passion? They were. They were. You need to speedrun and you're not even home yet. Makes sense. I think Boss Gleeflev said that Tenon needs basic cards that needs. He did say that. Then again, the dev in the very next sentence said, hey yo, Let's not make any promises we can't keep. Nothing is final until it's officially published. So, yeah. Well, I have like 9k and 11 tickets. That's why I want to skip. Because barely can hit pity and surely going to lose 50-50. So it wouldn't be worth it. I mean, if you lose the 50-50, you're still guaranteed for the next one, eh? What about blessing on 2 Aura mail-in cards and you can keep move it to hand with other? That's not how it works. You can only move blessing cards from the discard pile to hand. So the most applicable cards would be cards that have a discard effect but are not quieters. Those would be the ones that benefit from that the most. Cards that you can discard, do something, and you can then still get back to your hand because they didn't go into the used pile. Who would I want to see in a swimsuit the most? Then again, not much would be different here. So maybe not 9. Maybe not 9. There wouldn't be too much of a change. I don't know. Naja might be a little weird because I think she's like hella pale. But I guess it could be kind of cool to have her have like her demon arm. Shizuru would be a little weird. I mean, hey, never gonna say no. Never gonna say no, if you know what I mean. I don't know, Renoa would be... I guess for Renoa it'd be the most drastic change. I just don't know how the reaction to such a move would be. Huh? Rita for the plot. I need to play Rita. I do. Kinda waiting for her to get like her sortie, I guess update you could call it. Renoa with a water gun. See, that'd be cool. That'd be cool indeed. Also, okay, be entirely honest. Are any of you looking forward to a Haru rerun? Like, is there someone here that does not have a Haru and would like to get your hands on her? Let's see. Nah, no. I hope buff for her. She feel the worst of the 3 and S2. Rita? You could make the argument, I guess. Not really. Unless it's a guarantee banner, not really. You already got her. Ayo, she is on standard. Everybody is on standard. Technically speaking. But that was clear. But there were still some people asking for reruns, right? So I guess we at least have the existence of reruns themselves confirmed. You need it for the collection. See, this makes sense, right? Yours is E4 without pulling, so no. Nuh-uh, my E2 Haru eating dust ever since her banner first left. See, maybe you're not trying. Maybe you should take her, you should take Naja, you should take the plus 50% damage striker persona, and you should start dealing 200k a turn, you know? Maybe that's gonna change your mind. Maybe. Did they mention when the wishlist function will come out on the stand-up winner? No. We don't really have any wishlist info as of this moment. Bro, Haru Najamika can pulver retrieve decks. So freaking good. Yes. Maybe there'll be a Serenia rerun during the anniversary. If not, there probably will be a Serenia rerun during Christmas. And you know, based on what the devs are doing, I don't think it'd be entirely too outrageous to think that before the devs rerun a character, that they're going to buff them. Right? Like, they might just rerun Serenia, and she might just be better than before. But they could also do that before. Not that she needs a buff, but you never know. Does Adelheid seem good? I can't decide whether I want to dupe, hype Mary, or save my guarantee for the next character. Adelheid looks like a really good E0 choice. Basically. She looks like a really good E0 choice. I didn't end up doing much. I mean, we did discard a kinda nice card, I guess. Also, if you're wondering, is the deck we're currently using any good? Not really. It's just putting things together and having things do things, you know? It's not really any big grinding there. Should I go grinding Salty before Black Mass adjust next patch? Only if you want to buy potential stones. Outside of that, nothing really changes and you can just do the grinding after. But if you specifically want to go and buy some more potential stones, then sure. They must buff Veronica and make a ballista not take card space on hand. They don't have to do it. The same way you don't have to create a ballista if it's such a bother. You can always just exhaust the card or delete the card or I don't know. There's some fun things you can do. But yeah, I think starting a precedent of creating cards that exist outside of the hand space can get ugly real quick. It's a dangerous path to go down. Once you start it on one character, then everybody demands it and uses it as like an argument for characters being better than others. And then all of a sudden, all characters are ignoring hand size. And at that point, then they're going to release a character that increases max hand size. And then you don't want to play without that character. It's all going to be very chaos. I don't know. I don't know. It's all going to be very, very kabuya. But who knows? Yeah, maybe they do that. Maybe they will make it exist outside of hand size. Who knows? They should increase Veronica's reload stacks. I don't know. I think they have pretty good damage buff already. Oh, it's another trial deck. Huh. What kind of trial deck might this be? That's just unlucky. Our big nuke getting discarded. A wonder that we were able to draw anything at all. Bye bye. Do you have a Nia build for Diana and Renault that you could share, or a video you could I could point you to? I have one that's super easy to farm, that requires no cost, that requires no real amount of effort to get. Okay, it's not quite true. That is not quite true. But, okay. So one of the things you could do is you could do a Dreamworld deck. You could get a bunch of Dreamworlds into that. Whenever you play the Dreamworlds, they play a bunch more cards, and all those cards activate, and then you get a bunch of morale. That is something you could do. But, something like this, where you want to go for the draw one, discard one, create one Adagio, where you preferably, obviously, want to get 4 of these. And then you just want to go for Forbidden Eternal Hunger. It's a bunch of draw, it's a bunch of AP, works with any and all potential ways you could play Hyde, Mary, or Diana. Nice and simple, nothing really required. Or you could obviously start and go that extra mile and look for something like, you know, the 1 AP Divines, the Draw Divines, whatever else it might end up being. But the most important part is you get yourself this upgrade card so that you get a continuous stream of Decibel and Elasticity. Elasticity for every extra attack to heal, right? The more of that you get, the healthier you'll be. Duh. Mute Accent, 9 out of 10 times you just cut it. Like if you really wanted to mega burst, you could try something like this Mute Accent for even more extra attacks, but 9 out of 10 times you just end up cutting Mute Accent. Nearest Curiosity, you can always keep in. It allows you to select 1 of 3 cards. Whatever you don't select gets discarded, so you can use it to activate Quietus cards. And then here for G-Chord, there's a couple valuable options, right? Like check 3, select 1 to activate. Discard 3 at the top if you're running a bunch of Quietus. Even just its base version, activate 1 card from top of the draw pile with something like a draw 1 neutral or whatever. But yeah, no, Adagio is the key. Bunch of discard, bunch of draw. You could get double discard, double draw, or 1 draw, 1 discard multiple times. Or even something like discard 1 and draw 2 of a specific combatant of who you decide to discard. So, quite a few possibilities. Quite a few possibilities. Where were we? Event. Chloe. Yep. Yup. Okay, what kind of deck should we go for? What's fun? I guess this works. Shouldn't be that big of a trouble to set up. Whee! Which of the new characters do you think will show up in the anniversary selector? At this point, probably all of them. Like, with the way things are going, there will be a pre-season before the anniversary. And that character will be the one that does not show up. But everything before that will most likely just be part of the selector. I highly doubt it's going to be limited, because that'd be weird. But also, why the fuck are we talking about the full 1 year anniversary selector already? Where's the need? Right? That's like, it's going to come at some point, and it's probably going to be quite awesome. But hey, it's so far away. Is engraved to morale when 40 cards have a limit? I have 8 across 3 characters, but it always activates 3 times only. I mean, I guess then there's a limit on 1 time per character. I don't think I've ever really looked and tried to find out the exact limit, but hey, if you have it 8 times on 3 different characters and it only stacks 3 times, then it probably is a 1 per character limit, eh? The 5-year Annie gonna go crazy. Yup. Nothing like the 5-year anniversary. But, you know what I heard? They are going to release a free E6 selector on the Centuryversary. You heard it here first. E6 characters past, present, future on the Centuryversary. So you got something to look forward to. It's only 99.5 years. Yeah. You better stay kicking around until then. You don't want to miss it. Don't want to miss that. Yeah, it's insane. Oh yeah, true. They're also gonna release the first character there. Because they did confirm there's one male character coming at some point. The only reasonable conclusion is that that one some point happens to be in 99.5 years. Who put copium in my water? You don't think they're gonna release a male character within the next 100 years? You don't think they'd release a single male character in the next 100 years? Really? A 100 years is so soon. Yeah, you know what? You might just want to start pre-farming for the character you pick in 100 years. You might just want to start pre-farming, man. You might just want to start pre-farming. Then you should start investing in that cryogenic sleep chamber. Yeah, see, the money that would save you, like imagine getting an E6 selector, the money that would save you, you should definitely go and invest into your cryogenic sleep chamber. Like, it just makes sense from a business perspective. Any leaks on what element? I think he's gonna be rainbow element, actually. And that's because he's gay. That's the only way we're getting a male character. And then nobody wants to get him. That is the only way things are gonna happen. How come my blades are red? Once you get past E2, every time you discard a link card or anything like that, you have a buff called Crimson Blades. Makes sense, right? Crimson for red, Crimson Blades. You get 5 of those a turn, and those are the red blades you see. So I use or discard a link card, and then you see these red blades coming down. That's entirely E2/E6. Could I share the latest deck for Nia? It's kind of frustrating for you to play Lab 0 to get a forbidden card now. It should be easier than ever. Because from tomorrow, you should be able to just select a planet, create a Lab 0 planet, run it until you get to the first whirlpool, get the forbidden card, and you should be almost done. I hope we get a fake collab. I hope we get any collab. Right? So long, you know, my dream scenario would be getting the collab on the way towards the anniversary. No way to sweeten the wait better than with something like that. You want the red blades too? Then get them. You get a free dupe tomorrow. If you want the red blades too, then make your way to E2 and you shall possess this power as well. Once again, big reminder. Gentle people, if you, for whatever reason, think you need more Hyde Marys, and you happen to have 400 moments of the Radiant Hero lying around, make sure you buy that Hyde Mary here, instead of using an Omega dupe. You can't buy an Omega dupe for 400, but you sure as hell can buy a Hyde Mary dupe. I don't want a fake collab, it's gonna be botched. Some people want something, some people don't want something. You can never make everybody happy. It's not necessarily about what it is, but how it's implemented and if the characters are sick. Would E6 be worth the free dupe if you have a E5 already? Brother, if you're already E5, there should be no need to convince you to take that one further step. Like, you really think you're gonna leave her at e5? I highly doubt that. I severely disagree. But yeah, enjoy that e6. It's gonna be so potent that you might just don't want to play her again anymore. So be careful. Be careful what you wish for. Hyde Mary e6 is pretty strong. Why are we in Britain? I do not know. Oh no. Oh no. Are we in Britain? How did we get here? Do you think the Dream World tech will be nerfed? I mean, what do you mean Dream World tech? It's a neutral card that you can spam that happens to have some pretty good epiphanies in morale or fortitude while relying on the season theme of card discard. I mean, how would you even nerf it? Limit the amount of Dream Worlds you can put into a deck? Right? You know, I've been thinking for days, weeks even, I guess, if I should have made or should make a Dream World video outside of the stream we did. But I was working on something in the background a bit, and that is I want to make the Invincible team. And I think I'll make my own Dream World contribution with that, with Adelheid tomorrow. Yeah, so we're gonna get the Invincible team. It's gonna be a bit finicky to try and see if we can get it together, but I trust in myself to be able to put together the Invincible team. Yep. Heide is the most boring character to play. Oof. Perspective. For some she's the most boring character. For some she's the fun character ever. For some she's mid. For some she's great. It entirely depends on you. If you don't like the playstyle, then you don't like the playstyle, and you're entirely entitled to your own opinion in that regard. Ain't nobody has anything to say in how you decide to play the game or beat content. Would the new combatant need her partner? Very much. Very much no. But it's kind of like if you want to take Adelheid from being just a tank, where you might also have to bring a healer, to a tank that can also be that healer and potentially free up another team space. But we have to see how big the healing numbers are, how big can her shields become, how often do you really get hit? Is she enough alone to sustain you with just shields and the few heals she has? We'll have to see. Does Adelheid do any good stuff with counterattacks? She has a buff, a new buff that allows her to retain counterattacks. And correct me if I'm wrong, call me crazy, but counterattacks stay between turns anyway, right? So the only thing I can think of is that she gives herself one stack of counterattack, but that one stack of counterattack is enough to last for an infinite amount of attacks, because the counterattack stack is being retained. That's the way I'm thinking of, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. What's the point of retaining counters if they're retained anyway? I am crazy. Oh no. We're gonna build a damage Adel. I want to see the source. Oh sure. We are gonna be building a damage Adel. If I had to build one right now, I'd probably think about picking the 60% damage bonus, the 100% damage bonus, probably a plus 100% damage taken, on top of the dog pack. Then figure out a way to every turn guarantee I draw all 4. Allow me to link all 4. And then do some big stuff. Big chance Tenebria's counterattack then. Well, she's a psionic. And she's supposed to have something to do with basic attacks. You know what could be crazy? Imagine if Tenebria's basic attacks said, play this or move this to hand from the graveyard on counter. Or something like that. That'd be crazy. I'm gonna use Magnander's Rift or donate me for the new one. Why would you not just use big old good old Magna? Lady or ladies. She will be Neo Tresser. Who is Neo Tresser? Adelheid? Malin 2.0? I mean, you could make the connection. Both are passion. Both rely on their basics. Keep in mind, Mr. G-Clef, he might have just spoke out of turn. They were fast to say, hey, things are only final when they're final, if you know what I mean. So, do we have a K on build guide? Got him, but I have no idea how to play him. I should have the time to start working on more character-focused guides. I mean, we've done Chizuru. We've obviously done Hyde Mary. We, to a degree, have done Tresser. I just have to not... I mean, also... I need to do my showcase application things. We have a bunch of decks of a bunch of people that have some really interesting stuff. But I just really need to get around it. It was just... a lot of things going on since the anniversary, eh? Will we get a 5-star Tresser ever? I miss playing an Agony team. It would be so weird for us to never get another DOT character. So, at some point, 100% sure we will. The only real question is, when? It's not a if, it's a when. Because, could you imagine the damage over time stat only existing for a singular 4-star character, and even then on that 4-star character with the way they are right now, being barely relevant? No way. An entire substat like this? I refuse to believe it. We already have Ego Recovery. Ego Recovery is already our useless stat that nobody really wants to build. We don't need another one. I mean, we do have another one, but we don't need it to last. Alright. Let's collect that shit. Can I collect everything at once? Season 4 could be a dot focus season. You mean it could be Burns? It could be Burns. I mean, summer, hot, maybe like a sun planet or a sun star, something like that. You know, like a desert. They could give us character with Burns. That is possible. That is possible. As a beginner, how do you make a good Hyde Mary deck? Okay, so Chaos Zero Nightmare, to a degree, is a game so complex that when I really want to cover things for people, so that it makes it like, you know what? That's kind of something I realized when I did the Chizuru guide. Trust me, when I started the Chizuru guide, I did not intend for the video to be fucking 53 minutes long. It's not like I actually wasted any time anywhere. Same with the Tresser. It's a single Tresser deck. And it took me 34 minutes. And it's not like I just went around yapping. But if you want to know how to start just building Hyde Mary, this video is probably your best bet. You can go in, you can see how that deck is built, you can see how the deck is played, you can see who's as a teammate there, who would be replacement options, and you can pick the kind of playstyle you desire. So, yeah, yes, I know an hour-long video sounds daunting, but it is 3 different teams. It is 3 different teams, 3 different ways you can build her. It's just the way it goes, you know? I'm a pretty solid yep lord, though. Hey. On my streams, I do have the capacity to fill time with, let's call it, semi-valuable information, okay? But as far as I know, when I make my videos, I don't think I'm just yapping. 95% of the time. Okay? So let's not get it twisted. See, that's the thing. Is it yapping if it's interesting and educational? Huh? Is it still yapping? Is that still yapping if it ends up being interesting and educational? I don't know. Could we use barrel? I mean, I guess we could. Sure. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, my Barret's level 50. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine. The details. Hey, she still has some memory fragments. Great. I don't even need to do much. Okay. And I think for the second team, we're just gonna smack in a Hyde Mary. Oh, you know what? We're not gonna do Hyde Mary. We're going to do Discardation Salvation. That's what I'm gonna call this. It's gonna be Discardation Salvation. Yes. That's exactly what this is gonna be. Where are you? Where are you? Hello? I'm looking. No? Where? Nia. I'm blind. Help. There we go. Okay. I wanted to change the Epiphany from 1 AP because it's kind of useless. And we're back to morale. Well, I've tried for quite a while to either change it all to morale or change it all to fortitude. Neither has worked. So I guess the 2 fortitude, 1 morale split is here to stay. I guess it is here to stay. You just started the game and been having fun, but I have a question. Should I hunt gear and engravings first before getting dupes and remove it in chaos? Okay, so it really depends sometimes on what kind of planet you're playing, how confident you are in being able to get done what you need to get done by the end of the run. Do you have a credit debuff? Do you not? But in general, you want to make sure you're ready rather early, do around 2 removals. You want to make sure that rather early you end up doing 2 removals. And then, like, the reason why 2 for 2 basics instead of all is because you could potentially run into like a removal event. Why are you still having low level characters? We almost start at the same time. Lazy, I guess. Did you just call me lazy? Here, have some nice image to look at while I find myself that comment. Where's that? Where did that image go? Fit the screen. Where the fuck did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh. Reset, transform. No. Man, I can't seem to. That's annoying. Where is it? Where's the text? Am I blind? Where is it? How is it not here? Is it cause it's no where? Man, what the fuck? I just want to show the image, but it's gone. Poof. See? Like, I can have this here. I can swap this against something else. But I just somehow you've casted some dark magic. You casted some dark magic, causing me to be unable to locate your exact comment. Very, very scary. I didn't know we had a fellow practitioner of the dark arts in chat. Come on, work. There we go. So, am I lazy? The answer is no. I just spent my stamina on different things. I am not lazy. The reason why not all my characters are maxed out is because I'm using my stamina for the purposes of science sometimes. Right? Like, I upgrade a bunch of potentials on a bunch of characters. Mainly gear though. I do a lot of gear farming and a lot of gear upgrading. And that shit costs a lot of units. What else do I do with my stamina? Oh yeah, I also like to throw my stamina into a void called the Sortie Tournament, where my reward for doing so, as of this moment, is absolutely nothing. But yeah, that's why not all of my units are maxed out right now. But also, I'm in no rush. I really am in no rush. Then stamina will be never seen again. Exactly. Exactly. That stamina, it just went poof. You got big black mass? I have 0 black mass right now. That's the problem. That's what happens when you try to build every character you want to showcase yourself. You tend to run out of resources rather quickly. Gear farming is a nightmare, can confirm. I mean, I'm having fun. Don't get me wrong. I am having fun farming the gear. It just takes a lot of resources. Right? Like, okay. Maybe I'm not the best example, but I like stats. I like stats. I like substats. And even though most of the time I get screwed over, I do like rolling gear and hitting something good. You might call me W Gambler, but that's clearly not what this channel was supposed to be. Okay, you know, at this point, I still take Greed and Gambler over the unspeakable, the unnameable name. It who shall not be talked about. Do I remember the Great Credit Depression when the game launched? Ooh, I was part of it. It was so fun trying to build characters and having to spend every single gem you had on daily stamina refreshes just so you could level up characters to actually make guides with. Huh? Yep, W Gamble, W Greed, but never the forbidden one. Exactly. I'm already burned out about stat min-maxing. Genshin and Honkai Star already did that. See, to some degree, I don't... Like, I get that it could get annoying and that people can burn out, but it gives you something to do. It gives you a purpose. It gives you something to strive for. Like, if I had to run to a fucking dungeon every single time in Genshin, I'd kill myself, right? In-game, of course. But, like, the way Genshin did their dungeons and that you go in there and those dungeons take 10,000 years and then, no, those were fucking annoying. But here, you go in, you take a turn or two, you defeat the enemy, you get your loot, you bounce. Like, hey, it gives me something to chase. And that's enough. It was so bad having no credits after level 1 character. Glad we've come so far. Yeah, I mean, could you imagine? Like, let's have a look. How many characters did I have leveled? At what point? Day 1 launch checklist. Partner guide, neutral card guide, level 40 plus. This is 7 days after launch of the game. Around a week. How did my account look around a week after launch? Do you see that? Have that thing drop too. Do you see that? For those of you that are currently a week into the game, we might have 1 or 2 people like that in chat. I did not have a singular level 60 character. I had 6 characters at level 50 and I was already balling. I was already, you know, up there with the absolute kings and queens, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, leveling materials, things were rough, very rough out there on the streets, you know. I do dislike level 60 being locked behind level 50 account. Oh, you get to level 50 so fast at the moment. But you know what's gonna be kind of ass? The moment the XP event goes away. I agree. I don't even want to think about it. But you know why I need to think about it? Because we'll probably start our new account after that event is gone. And then things are gonna be tough. We're not gonna have any selectors. We are at least gonna have some codes, maybe. But yeah. I mean, where was the... Here, look at this. My mistakes. 3.7 million, which in hindsight, at the time it was a lot of fucking credits. Right now, I mean, it's still enough to, I guess, level up 2 characters to 60 from 0. But it went in a blink. It went in a blink. The amount, like, the fact that we got a cashback in credits on December 3rd, and that one happened to be... how many digits was it for me? 8-digit credit refund? Yeah. It was an 8-digit. We get an 8-digit credit refund in December. And it wasn't even that high of a percentage of the total cost. It's kind of crazy if you started day 1 as a free-to-play, you have mostly all units. There's so many similar stories of people that just even started doing Season 2 and already free-to-play have all units. It's kind of nutty. Interstellar credits. Yes, exactly. The units. When will I make the new CN account? Probably on the 28th. At least... See, I still don't know how what I need to do to get my hands on the version, but I have pre-signed up for Billy for Chaos Zero Nightmare. I don't know what I need to do. Maybe I need to get myself a VPN, which would be hella annoying. But we will try and see what happens. Also, you know what's gonna be really fun? If they don't have an English version, like if they don't have an English language setting, which is very likely, then we'd actually have to play cards based on memory. Like, we just have to look for a pattern, and then we'd have to play cards and epiphanies, and effects, and enemies, based on memory. Because I sure as hell am not capable of reading or speaking any semblance of simplified Chinese. Would you still be able to refund the Cassius and Tressa now? I have no idea. Probably not. I also don't know why you would, especially not Cassius. You could DM me to help me with that. There's a video I watched. I mean, sure. I'm probably gonna have to watch it the moment I run into issues. Whenever that happens. W Google. There you go. The CN account might be handy when co-op comes out. I'm about to co-op with myself, eh? The loneliest co-op. Or maybe the best teammate. True or false? The best teammate you can have is yourself. True or false? Yeah, it's not a new K-Ron strat, but it's starting to make the rounds. It's over a week old already, but yes, I've seen it. It's a valid tech you've used in a reverse 1999 a lot. Wait, it's pretty straightforward. You shouldn't have any issues. It does take a few days, though. I think I waited a week for them to verify my info and give me the CN ID. Well, shit, I'm not about to get myself a CN ID. Maybe I have to look into it. Then again, the problem is the game launches in China in 2 days, so maybe things don't work out the way I want them to work out. But hey, what can I do about it? The answer is not much. False, because there's always someone better than you. Yeah, but will you be able to consistently find whoever is better than you on a regular basis to play with? What is better than 1? 2. Yes, nice and simple. Can I show you the barrel deck? Sure. We're just gonna wait for this guy to die. I don't regret using my 200 selector and ticket for E2 Renoa. E2 Renoa is hella fun, I agree. I agree. Hey, good shit, 9. Getting things done. So yeah, it's about as straightforward a deck as you're gonna find. We have 4 copies of an unepiphanied opening, or I guess an undivined opening found. We have a guilty pleasure, but it's irrelevant. We have an unlimited firepower, but it's irrelevant. And then we have a spore harvester. Any version does it. Or any way to get your access to even a singular spore. And yeah, that's the deck. Otherwise, we have extra attack damage increase. We have some, if damage through a card was not dealt to an enemy, increased damage. This seems to still for some reason work for opening found. And then we have some extra damage increase as well as some, if damage wasn't dealt, increase. As well as some immunity. So yeah. Also, the memory fragments, I think they really aren't that great right now. I mean, we can have a look. She is level 50. Her potential is no crit damage, no top right potential. I mean, at least we have a nice amount of crit chance, I guess. 47 on 173. Attack at 778 really ain't that high. Justice Goblet, 21% extra damage. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot more you could do. But you don't have to. What's the next character type? Like, what potential to pre-farm? I mean, you mean the character tomorrow? Yeah, character tomorrow is Void Vanguard. The character after is gonna be... One sec. So it goes Void Vanguard, Psionic Passion, Void Ranger. In S5 Identity Patrol, where do you want to land the green dice? I always put the green dice on like the chaos or like the special events. What makes her so strong would be, would be the monster card. I mean, any way for you to gain morale especially with the full hand, is what obviously makes her even stronger. How do you get Divine off a card using crafting? Okay, so the way you can remove a Divine is the card that you want to remove it from can not all be the same card type. Like, it needs to be either, like, at any point in time during any of the epiphanies or base versions, it needs to be an attack and a skill card, or an attack and an upgrade card. If everything is an upgrade card, everything is a skill card, or everything is a attack card, then you're fucked. But if you have a way to swap between types, then you use a Divine Orb to swap the Divine into something that can only exist on a skill or upgrade card, then change it to change it to whatever something that cannot exist on, be it an upgrade or a skill card, and then you just change to it and then you just change back. So you just auto attack when your turn ends. What the Barrel Epiphany does is, per card that you retain, you do one attack at the end of the turn, yeah. Did they show how the new item works on stream? We have some images. We have some images. I mean, we can look at them again. I'm gonna search them out. Let me quickly start the next basin. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 and turn. Okay. So, was before this. Salty. There you go. This is what we have. This is what we have. Whoops. So, as you can see with the left core, you can pick a gear. I think this is swapped. I think this is actually swapped. Or is it? Honestly, I'm not too sure, but yeah. I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what exact pieces work and what exactly in here. We will know that. Hey, Aries, what's up? We'll know that tomorrow. But like these are the two images we have for the cores. So we'll know then. Thank you for the information. Last question. What's the fastest way to level up your zero system for all the buffs? Currently, that's what's holding me back since I didn't play much when the game came out. Technically speaking, the fastest way to level up your zero system is by creating divine planets and beating the divine planets. If you're willing to put in the time, that's okay, you know what? Nothing is faster than auto chaos, right? If you have delegation chaos runs lying around, just delegating a bunch of chaos, this is obviously faster. But creating a planet that has a divinity on it gives you, I think, 4 times as much for playing a chaos run than if you were to do it without. Has anybody ever had the dice roll of 15 or 20 on the board game? Yes. For some reason, the dice can roll past the 6 sometimes. Do I love the game? I don't know, man. I don't know. Do I love Chaos Hero Nightmare? I don't know. I mean, it's not like I have been doing nothing else but Chaos Zero Nightmare for the last 10 hours straight. But yeah, we're having fun. It is about as much of a game I could have ever dreamed of. And things are doing what they need to do. Could I check how many hours I have played? I don't think I can. That's the problem with the stove launcher. I always wanted to see a way. Like, I always wanted a way to like track games outside of Steam. But it never really worked. But I can give you a rough calculation. So yeah, let's keep it like this. So the game's been out now for roughly 210 days. It's been out for roughly 210 days. And I've most likely spent over the last 210 days, let's say, let's call it a low estimate, probably close to 9. Let's say 9 hours per day. That doesn't seem right. It's probably, you know what? It's probably higher than that. Yeah, it probably, okay, you know what? That's a little too low. Okay, yeah, fuck. You know what? It's probably closer to this. Maybe something like this. If you count like making the thumbnails, thinking about decks, talking to people, making the videos, playing the game, having things run on auto farming, all this, it's probably closer to this. But I wouldn't be surprised if it might even be something like this. I don't know. It's a bit. You can check the stove website for the exact number. Ooh, can I? Can I? Let me check. Stove home. That'd be interesting. Now you got me curious. Then again, I do also play the game on my phone, so I don't know if that's gonna count it. Where would I do that? Where do I need to go? That be how long you have the launcher open? I have no idea. I didn't find it in the launcher. Log in. Fuck you. It's dedication. I forgot. It's somewhere in the account menu. I'm about to show you my account password, and then my account is gone. Kapoof. That's how this is gonna go. Game information. That sounds right. Registration date. The 21st of October. Now what? The games that I'm playing. It's Chaos Zero Nightmare. Unsurprisingly. What are the drops? I mean, it's at the moment it's nothing official, but there is drops for the next 21 days on this channel specifically, and it's an Adelheid badge. There is an Adelheid badge that you can earn right now, either in the normal for watching 8 hours, or in the gift a sub, or become a sub premium version. And it's just like next to your name in this channel, and it says like Adelheid launch or Adelheid plus launch. I think it's kind of cool. It does feel longer than October. So where do I... It will not count the amount of hours you've put into videos and content for the game. Exactly. That's why I probably just put a healthy amount on top. But here, look. Currently it only shows that when I registered for the game. So, I don't know. You found it? You have 744. Uh-huh. So, where... I clicked my profile in the top right, I did. So now I'm in this menu. But I don't want to click on too much. I don't want to click on too much. Is it my info? Receive event and benefit information. I don't think I will. So where do I find? Click your profile name from stove on the client. A tip for all the grinding, Thomas. Hey, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I click my name from the stove client. And then what? I don't want to have to grind simulation for mats. Thought is fun and getting mats from it was idea. What do you mean grind simulation? Simulation takes 2 seconds. Like, simulation is legit the fastest thing ever when it comes to burning your stamina. Like, look, I go in, go into potential, click on void, enter in, I pay 100 stamina. I play, I guess, no card whatsoever, and boom, 100 stamina gone. How is this anything close to considered a grind? Like, what does this take us? Like 20 seconds to burn 100 stamina? Okay, so I click on it, I click on my profile again. It's gonna open stove, my profile. Okay. Recently played. Okay. Now what? Now what? Where do I look? Now that we have this, now what? Hover game. That is just raw in-game time, ladies and gentlemen. Raw in-game time, PC only. I don't think it counts my secondary account. I don't think it counts the secondary account. I'm not too sure if it counts mobile, but that is just raw in-game time. Yeah. Now that's cool. The fact that I can actually see the playtime is rather spicy. KO0 nighttime. Maybe. That's more than twice your playtime. Yeah. That might just be the case. That might just very well be the case. Wait, what am I clicking? What am I doing? Ah yeah, Hyperspace. I mean, the only thing this reminds me of is there's been times and there's been places. I mean, how long did it take me to get to 3,000 hours in Lost Ark? That was a dark time, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Playing Lost Ark, that was a dark time. How many alts? Obviously the maximum, right? obviously the maximum available. It's just, it took me too long to, like, I didn't want to do supports and all that stuff, but, yeah, okay, I can show you the, like, I've shown it to you before, but, let's do the calculation, because it's gonna hurt me real bad. Where the fuck do all my images go? Like, at this point, I'm just confused. Like, I put an image here. It's supposed to do what it needs to, but it doesn't do what it does, you know? Like, at this point, I'm just better off taking my damn screenshot and then sharing my entire screen. Like, things just don't want to work right now, which is weird. But, yeah. That is my playtime. 3,216 hours. 3,216 hours verified by Steam. And now we need to find out how much time did it take me, right? So what we need to figure out is Lost Ark launch, because that is when we started. Lost Ark launch. February 11th. Now, Lost Ark. Lost Ark Belshazzar Hard release date. Or was it Belshazzar? No, I think it was Belshazzar normal. I think it was just Belshazzar. Yeah, it was just Belshazzar. Yeah, gentlemen, it took me 10 months, I guess. Because I basically quit around like a week or two into Belshazzar. So give or take December 25th, 26th. So let's be friendly. Let's be friendly. And let's say it did take me 300 and... Yeah, let's say it took me 300 days. That is an average, so 300 days, or... right? Pretty simple. 3,100 divided... 3,100 divided by 100 days. It doesn't really add up. Does it? No, it doesn't make any sense. I must be doing something wrong. No, it's not 100 days, it's 300 days. So, yeah, quite an easy calculation. Or I guess it was 3,200, right? So, yeah, yeah, and that's the average per day. Some days were worse, some days were better. At the end of the day, Lost Ark, it was fun. It was a journey. Having like a top tier guild on the server. And like playing the PvP, playing the PvE, bussing, playing the boss fights. It was fun. But at some point it wasn't. It was fun, but at some point it wasn't. Also didn't help that trying to keep up with all the new gear, all the new like gear score requirements, all the new basically power system, gem levels, cards, all that stuff. It got a little expensive, to say the least. That was also one of my major points. Like, it's been 4 years since then, but I still remember me having a look at the receipts, you know? Having a look at the receipts, doing the calculations on my calculator on my phone, arriving at a number, taking my pen and writing on the screenshot that I'm retarded, based on the number that it said when I did the calculations. That was also one of the main contributors. You ever got a 9-7? I cut multiple. I cut multiple. Yeah. I don't know how many, but I cut a few. Live on stream for Discord. I think even for others. Should I log back into the game? No, I'm not gonna do it. Fuck it. No, the 9-7, it was fun. It was a rush to cut it. Getting my gear to the quality it was. Getting my... No, I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm not even going to look at it. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. So yeah, as you can come to the real conclusion, I was a Smilegate shill all along. Then again, it took me until 2 or 3 months ago to properly make the connection between like Lost Ark and Smilegate, because I don't know. I'm not even too sure. Do it. But it's 130 gigabytes. I don't know if it's such a good idea to download that now. I don't think we're finished before the stream. I mean, let's have a look. Let's say hypothetically I want to download it right now. How long would it take? An hour. Is it such a good idea to do a stream and download the game in the background? Probably not. Yeah, but no, there's no point. Like, I have my artillerist. I love him dearly. I have my 9-7 rocks. I had my books. But we are so far past the meta. We are so far down in gear score. There's no point. There is no point. I am not going to download Lost Ark. Fuck that. Like, no, I don't even think I'd play the game. Because I'm so far out of it that I am worse than somebody who started a week ago. And I don't think I'd be able to live with that. So, it's not like I'd be in danger of the game, you know, trapping me or whatever. The only thing I do is probably show you a couple things for like 10 minutes tops, flex a bit and then delete the game again. But what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? Could I explain the logic behind building a deck and what could be things to look out for? Okay. Let's let the game do what it does. We need some silence for this. Rule number 1. The less cards, the better. Like, at its baseline, the less cards you have in your deck, the more likely you are to draw the good ones. The more potent every turn you play, the less draw you need yourself inherently to make things work. So one of the base rules, obviously there's always exceptions to every rule, you know it as well as we all do. But effectively speaking, the smaller your deck, the better, right? The smaller the deck, the better. The smaller the deck, the more potent. Yeah. In a dream world, you want to be in one of two camps. You either are able to play your entire deck reliably every single turn, which would be kind of like a high-end ambition, or at least it, let's say, takes you 2 to 3 turns to play the entirety of your deck. Those would be like the end goals, you know, the things at the end of the horizon that you want to achieve. Yeah, I mean, deck building, it's never about just building the character, but it's also thinking about who else are you going to run alongside of that character? What would the deck that you end up building need? And how can you make that happen, right? Like, it's at the end, it's quite super simple. Have enough AP to play all cards in your deck. Be it through cost reduction, be it through AP gain, be it through whatever. So have enough AP to play your entire deck, and have enough draw to play your entire deck. Obviously, if you have something like upgrade cards to set up and all that stuff, there's like 1 to 2 turns of setup, but that's normal. But past that point, trying to like reach for something where you have enough AP, you have enough draw, and obviously more importantly, you don't die and you make the enemies dead. Huh? I think those would be the fundamentals. Thanks for today's vids. They were goated after this long work day. Hey, appreciate that you enjoyed them. There was some really interesting stuff there. There really was. What does your barrel have to make her act that way? It is Epiphany number... it's card number 1, Epiphany number 5. It's all about barrel having a retain card, and that card getting retained at the end of the turn, getting converted into extra attack damage. Alright, so we are almost done. Okay, this is why I do it. This is why I push every event until the day before. Because there's always a bit of despair when I look at the resources I have before the next character releases. But then I do the events and you see a screen like this and you're like, hey, maybe it doesn't look so bad after all. You know? Maybe it doesn't look so bad after all. Maybe there's hope. And also, if you wait with these gems, you cannot spend them. If you cannot spend the gems, then you cannot lose them, meaning you will have the gems at the time of when you need them. Now, this was a mistake I made a while ago. You can see we have a score of 1 million, 1.2, and 563,000. But what you can also notice is that we are, in fact, unranked. We don't have any stars. So, if you get the score and the stars, but you reset your score, it also resets your stars, which stops you from claiming any of the rewards. So, yeah. Let's play them all again. But at this point, we have a lot more decks to work with. So, that is a whole lot better. I just need to think if maybe there's anything else I'm missing. Oh yeah, Battle Pass. People, use your Battle Passes. Or buy them if you feel like it. If you want to, for example, get another Nyx or whatever. They reset tomorrow. So, yeah. We're getting close to assembling the Avengers. It's been 5 Battle Passes. Tomorrow is the 6th. And I do not know if I go for Priscilla. Maybe I'll go for her for completionist's sake. But you know what? I'm more likely to just pick up a second Nyx. Just so I can smack her on a character that I want to use in Sortie. That might just be the entire argument. Could I recommend a planet to build 9? You just started playing. Okay, so it's quite... okay. This advice is particularly easy to follow starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow with tomorrow's update, you go into the Zero system. You click on Merge Codex. And then you're just going to be able to select the planet. Currently, what you have to do is you have to disable Galactic Disaster, search, and hope that you find the planet called Burning Life. Because that is just the planet with the most favorable conditions. This one here. for potentially building a 9. Yes, you could also build her this season, but especially as a beginner, you might not have as easy of a time as like finding stuff. So just go to the Cedar Karmic Fire. There's a lot of stuff in there that works with exhaust cards, with high cost cards, and obviously in this case with 9 in general, and then you can just build her on the Burning Life. But okay, you know, something that's a little awkward about 9 that I never really thought about much. If you boost her exhaust card damage... Oh no, wait, it's actually forget about it. Obviously, Hue Extreme is also exhaust. So it doesn't even make a difference. If you wanted to build her in the current season Chaos, the only thing you'd have to do is... There's two very specific ones that are insane for a 9. Foggy Crystal... not Foggy Crystal Ball, like this upgrade. When 7 or more cards are in the graveyard, 30% multiplicative. Shouldn't be too hard to get. You just have to make sure before you play your Hues, have 7 cards in the graveyard. So just play 7 teammate cards before you do your Hues. And this one's really good for 9. And this one as well. Damage of exhaust cards by 25. If you can get one of these or the 2 of them, then you don't even have to play Burning Life. Right? Then you don't even have to play Burning Life. What about the Faint Memory? Should I be dedicating an entire run solely to one character deck, or should I be looking for helping the other teammates too? In general, you always only build one character per run. The way that works out is every remove, every divine, every item, everything else you get goes on one character. Because the worst thing that can happen is you want to buy something for credits, be it a removal, be it a re-epiphany, be it an item, but you don't have enough credits, which is why you end up selling every single piece of equipment you get, besides the ones that you need for the character you want to build, so that you have more credits to work with. And also any chances of like get an additional epiphany, do a remove, all that stuff you put on one character to make sure that that deck has the best chance of turning out great. Yeah. But obviously you're still building the other characters, but you keep their basics. You just look for epiphanies that help you beat the run. So yeah. Should we build a Rita? I'm feeling a little Rita-tastic today. I don't know. Should we build an additional Rita to take on Colossus, or should we just use 9? You know what? I mean, I have my build out Orlea. So now we're just gonna use 9. We're just gonna use good old Slaughter 9. Rita is fun, let's go. Yeah, is she? I mean, we have to find a solution against the guy, and it's gonna be either 9. Okay, it could be Typhara 9 or... Could be Typhara 9 or... Rita that we end up using, right? Haru some love? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, my Rita is technically build whenever I need to. I just do it. Rita is cool. She nukes pretty decently in a few different... I mean, I guess I have a build for her. I could just end up using... Where is she? I could just end up using... This deck is super simple, but I think it'd be effective enough. Like this super simple 2-cost spam deck. Though... Wait, is that even the deck? How are there the 2 basics in there? No, it's this one. This one, the 3-cost spam deck. No, wait, is it the right... What the... No, is it this? It's this one, right? I'm unsure, man. At this point, I don't know. It's one of these. It's one of these. It's probably this one. It's probably this one here. The 2-cost cards... Activate 2 random 2-cost cards. Draw 3 2-cost cards. Nice and simple. I think it's probably this one. How to build a Rita for 9? I don't think that's something you do. At least not something that ends up like, you might be able to build a 9 for a Rita, but building a Rita for a 9 isn't necessarily something that's gonna happen. If that makes sense. Like, Rita at her core is a DPS. I don't think there's a way how... I mean, I guess you could cut a lot and just put on future decrees instead of 9 fighting spirits. I mean, I guess if you got nothing better to do, you could take a Rita, you could cut time axis, you could probably cut chrono circle, you can keep time paradox, you can get 4 copies of this one with something like 1 draw, 0 cost 1 draw. Chrono Archon, you probably just pick the Chronicle, 3 Chronicle after. And then the only thing you do is use this as a 0 cost draw 1 fighting spirit to play like Extreme Hue. I don't know. Like, if that's I guess how you could build a Rita for a 9. If that ever happened to be something you wanted to do for whatever reason that might be. Hey, who took her piece? Oh, I know who took it. It's Tressa! Evil Tressa. Yeah. This Rita is truly really good at what she does. It's such a peak deck, you wouldn't even believe. No, this deck's kind of horrible. But it has a lot of attack. I think the entire purpose of this deck was to say, hey, that's the wrong partner. No, it's an unleveled partner. No wonder her stats were so low. Can I afford this? Sure, why not? Let's see. Probably not. We're gonna run out of upgrade materials. Yeah, I did get Ivy from the selector, but I haven't upgraded her yet. As I found out right now. Yeah, we're probably gonna get stuck somewhere like level 50. Maybe we can unstuck ourselves. No, not like this. Tower Screams, combat training. What I don't do for Rita, you know? And then we do psionics. And I think we just do like 2 rotations of this and we should be good. Rip Adil's partner. She'll be fine. We have the materials. We should have the cash. So I think we should be alright. All things considered. If you're wondering why am I using Yuki, God knows why. I don't even think she has a gear set right now. Don't use crystals for stamina refresh. Why? Why shouldn't I? Like, maybe you shouldn't. But I have the power of doing whatever I want and then being sad about the choices I've made. So, let's have a look. Partners, Ivy, level 50. And then level... even that... What if I merge them? Is it enough? 13. Do we do them? Okay, I guess we do another rotation. W regret. There you go. Combat training. Potential. No. Partners. Yes. Psionic. Yes. Let's go. We don't speak about the Sortie. What Sortie incident? I don't know what you're talking about. Stop with the riddles. What sortie? There was no sortie incident. I really do not know what you could be referring to. Am I a light spender or whale in this game? I am not entirely too sure what you would classify me as, but we have resources, okay? So through means both on my own making and with the help from the devs, I think a bit too much on my own, not enough from the devs, but hey, who knows? Yeah, we are in a good spot. We are in a good spot. Free to play plus baby whale. I don't know. I have my E6 characters, but I don't have that many. I don't think I could afford, like, I'll be honest with you, if you were to tell me E6 every character from now on, I'd probably have to drop the game. Yeah. Probably. Most likely. Or I'd have to live out of the cardboard box and eat water with, I don't know, cornstarch. I have no idea. I'd have to probably start living on struggle meals. Free to play Premium Pro Max. Now that sounds about appropriate. How would I build a perfect Hey, let me upgrade. So, look at those stats! Don't tell me this does not look enticing. Like, forget about the crit damage for a second, okay? Forget about the crit damage for a second. Let's make it a little better. Shh. Oh shit, it's one upgrade. So, doesn't this look great? Forget about the crit damage. Imagine additional 20% crit chance from the set. 1300 attack? Huh? Forget about the stats, something else looks enticing. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Look at that, look at that. Can we get some Rita spins? Can we get some Rita spins, please? I don't know, chef. There we go. There we go. How far can you go away? God damn. They really need to convey volume, do they? They really need to convey volume. You'd never know those thighs are damn thick. Rita spins loading, they are. She has bouncy eyes. Yeah, they're very captivating. I mean, look. If you look real closely at her eyes, you see they actually have you in the crosshairs. They have you on sight to summon. On sight to summon. On sight to summon. But yeah. What do I need to do? What am I doing? What are we doing? Are we even human? I don't know. But I like the gear stats. Look at this. Like, don't tell me this doesn't at least look fun in terms of substats. Look at this shit. 25 attack, 25 flat attack, 2.6 crit. Okay, this one 25 attack. Yeah, okay, the defense roll. We don't talk about it. But do I have anything better? Ooh. That's a lot of crit damage. That would fix some of our issues. Sure. Alright. Fuck it. But yeah, there you go, right? And then here we also have 29 attack on 3.9 and 1.3 on 25. Yeah, okay, this defense one. Hey, I don't have infinite gear, okay? Some pieces are a little less good. But then we have something like this with 22 attack, 2.6 on 5.2. And this is a disaster, but it's the only piece I have. Well, that's a letdown in comparison to like I mean, look at this and this and this and this, and then you have these. Like, this one's still okay, but what is this? I think that might just be one of the worst pieces on my entire account. But it is also my only. It is also my only attack one at all. So, yeah, I have a lot of these. I have a lot of those. I have a lot of these. I have, I guess, a decent amount of the other ones. But this one, I mean, I don't know. Alright, maybe we can craft a better one. Because we are greedy. So let's see. Let's say 5 tries. No. Maybe. No. 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 Okay, you know what? Let's do 3 more. I'm about to lose all my money, aren't I? Like, I'm about to have to refarm credits. Because upgrading gear is kind of expensive. Crit damage? No. So you're a goner. And if you're wondering, hey yo, why the fuck does your inventory look like this? This is from me playing, I think playing Auto Chaos and just picking up things I liked. Or spending stamina on gear farming without checking the result. If you do it for like a few days, that's kind of the situation you get yourself into. But I kind of thought at some point we're probably gonna go over it on stream, so it should be fine. Yeah, okay. We're not improving Rita's gear today, gentlemen. We are not improving Rita's gear today. Is not happening. But at least we can make some space. At least we can make some space. Anybody uses Hype Mary against Colossus is way too fun. I think my Hype Mary might be too good against Colossus. Like, I think my Hype Mary indeed might just be too strong against Colossus. In the sense that I would have loved to have an E2 Hyde Mary and use like a spam build against him. But I feel like his arms might just die too much. I mean, okay, sure, let's try it out. Let's try it out. Let's do Colossus. Let's do a Haidumari. Do a Hyde Mary. We do a Olea. And I guess Typhera. I don't like the when AP is 0. So maybe we just need a dead card that could work. Okay, we have Olea. I think we can go with this. Would this work? And the problem is the sword reigns. I mean, so long as I don't play it. Do I have a better version? I know that I have a 3 stacking one. But it's only 3 stacks instead of 4, so... Alright, let's see what we can do. I keep getting only rare items in Chaos. I almost never see the purple ones and the more interesting gold ones. Most of the interesting gold ones you can buy from the shop or from specific Chaos related events. The purple ones usually only drop from the final boss or from the duplicate event or potentially from other specific events. So it's not something that just drops from a normal fight, you know? I mean, who knows? My only concern would be, yeah, my only concern would really be the boss not being dead by turn 10, but like turn 5 or turn 6, and then not being dead by turn 10, right? I think that might just be my only real concern. Or not the boss, but you know his hands, right? His hands being otherwise encumbered, inconvenienced, you know? I mean, I guess we're making some decent pace through playing the important cards, which is cool. I also don't know if we're getting the bonus score. I don't think we do. But yeah. This could take a while, now that I think about it. No. This could actually take quite a while. Ooh, maybe I'm not even doing enough discards. I honestly do not know if I even have the capacity to do enough. Should be fine. The AP here is no problem. Yeah, I don't think we have enough draw. But hey, who knows? We might just get by. We might just get by. No need to be pessimistic. So what am I missing out this turn? I'm missing out on not that much actually. Most of the cards we've actually played. We're missing out on one growth suppression and one effulgent expansion. Does it hurt? A little bit. Is it that much of a problem? Not necessarily. I also don't think I need to keep any of these really. Let's see how this goes. I think the unique Threaded Light doesn't consume softy sex, so that would kill the hand. I don't even know if this strategy is viable without like I really don't know if this strategy is viable without E2 Hyde Mary. I don't think it is. But at least I can't really think of a way on how you could retain all these soft debuffs in that manner. Alright, I think we're a little desperate here for this turn. So we're going to hopefully work on getting a bit of work done on Event Horizon. Costs me 2, gives me 2. Alright, sure. Yeah, it's only one draw after all. Yeah, we have too many dead cards, specifically on Typhara. Specifically on Typhara, we have a couple too many dead cards for my convenience. I think the main difference in comparison to last Great Rift... Oh, now we have a problem. Yeah, now we have a problem. A really big one. How do I... Yeah, that's the reason why I don't do this shit, because my deck is not finished in the sense that... I don't... See, this is what I mean, like, it needs to be a different sword rain. If you properly want to build the stacking stuff and do this, it needs to be a different sword rain. Because otherwise now we're going to lose all our buffs. But playing this and not playing anything also feels mega shitty. But what can I do? What can I do? At least in this specific scenario. Alright. Let's see what kind of damage we end up with. We're only gonna have taken like 4 turns to charge this. It's gonna be interesting to see. If we're lucky, it's enough to get us to like 900,000. And then I don't have to look at this boss anymore. Which wouldn't be the most unpleasant. For AP, that's a lot of AP. Yeah, this should work. Okay, let's see. Give me your predictions. We have an Effulgent release at 78,000% damage. We have an Effulgent release at 78,000% damage. The enemy is going to take 500,000 additional damage. 500% additional damage from having the Moribund debuff. We have 40 morale, 50 Effulgent chain, 45 Zephyr, all irrelevant. The most important part is we have a 490% softy bonus, 120 horizon, 210 archetype. What do you think? 468,000%. It's a bit of a spoiler, huh? But yeah, so we're about to do 981,000 damage, but that is before the crit damage, and our crit damage value is currently at 199.7%, plus the partner bonus putting us at 220%, which means if we crit, our expected damage should be 2.4 million. Well, it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be, I guess. We can try to manipulate RNG to see if we can crit. Oh yeah, the softie. We need to play the softie. Isn't this crazy? Us playing one softie took us from 981 to 1.2 million base. Wait, how is this even possible? Isn't our crit rate like... Oh, our set doesn't work. Because we've never discarded an attack card. At least not really. Come on, give me a crit. There we go. 2.24 million. Alright. And yeah, it took us like 3 turns of setup. We could probably break... I don't know, maybe 15? I'm not too sure how high of a damage amount we could get to. But with a proper deck, proper setup, basically a better Typhara deck, with a better, more fluid Typhara deck, we could probably break 10 million at the minimum. Is there a point to it? Not really. But yeah, that is the power of Hyde Mary deck spam plus Orlea. Your free-to-play is not beating that boss. I mean, you have a couple characters you could use to beat him or to fight against him. The most important part is just that you find yourself in a situation where you have enough AP to play out the amount of 2-cost cards needed. Right? It's all about getting out the 20,000. Like, this is half of what you need. You need to reach 900k. But you can get 400k from playing a 2-cost or higher card, and he already increases the cost of your cards. Could I show the Typhara deck? The current one? I mean, sure. Like, this one is Nuke Typhara. Also, I only later fully realized that this is not base damage, but just another 30% multiplier. So for this deck to be better, I'd remove the Divine and then remove this card. But I don't want to do it, so I'm not doing it. So effectively we have the draw 1 with 1 AP with the predict, where you always predict square. We have that thing 4 times. Then we have a bit of gamble draw, because gambling is fun. And we have a base version. It doesn't even really matter. It's all about just when you create 2 archetypes, get 1 more, so we get the most amount of archetypes. But I'll be honest, one of the Typhara ones I prefer a bit more is the select and create. Because you can just pick, do you need AP, pick AP, need damage, pick damage. You can just end up picking that. You also still get 1 draw benefit. There's no real RNG. You can even end up with, for example, the doubling here, more damage or more AP, whatever it might be. And you still get, like, the cool part about this is it creates 2. And because the 2 are the same, this dual creation creates a 3rd. How do you stack Orlea Softie? Keep activating it with other cards? Yeah, I'll show you the deck. Here you go. So this growth acceleration allows us to, at 0 cost, select a card in hand and activate its retain twice, allowing us to stack the sortie bonus. It also has draw, so we can draw into the next card. We have that thing a couple of times, right? We have that thing 4 times, so 8 retains. Then we have a Will of Light to do an additional retain. So that means every single turn, with obviously the turns that we're retaining 1 growing creature 10 times. So we're getting a 350% multiplicative increase to the next attack card used every single turn. And also, if we end up playing the softie, we'd get a buy 35. The skill version that creates archetypes is good. I don't know, never something that I went out of my way to get it. I mean, create one of each archetype, create one of the next archetype card exhausted. This could allow you to create, obviously you create all three, so you get an archetype draw, you get the damage buff, you get the AP, and then you just exhaust AP to get one more of the AP. So this card is, yeah, AP positive, in that you pay 1 to create 2 AP, while also potentially being able to put a 1 draw on it. So in terms of dual creations, this one's kind of nasty. But no, who's Olea's best partner? Hypothetically speaking, it'd be Noelle. Like, if you're asking like this, technically, if you want to go that far, you'd have to say she... Bye-bye. No, stop. Go away. Okay, so she would be the best partner just because of the fact that you get an additional retain with the ego skill. Like, if you have draw sorted, if you have AP sorted, if you have everything sorted, yeah, you're getting an additional retain. But no, I usually only just end up using the battle pass partner. Like, Nyx is pretty damn good. Smacking her on an Olea. When the combatant draws for the first time, you can just use a draw divine. Getting the discard up to 3 plus draw, it's insane. And also getting defense, heal, and heal amount increase. You're not really gonna find much better. Okay, so looks like we're building neither Rita nor 9. Huh? I'm top 0.24%, but you only allow me to claim the 3 rewards. Dickheads. Dickheads, I tell you. Okay, now what? We need to beat the first boss. For that, we're just gonna use a Diana. Oh, Flame of Eternity Diana. Was that worth it? I mean, I guess I did pay sweat, tears, blood, and stuff like that to make this deck, but I mean, when did I make this? 14th, huh? Well, that's before the season even launched. Was it worth the grind? Probably not. But I'd be damned if I'm not gonna use this deck right here, right now. Then we're gonna support her with a Nia. And we're gonna smack in a Mia, because we're fun like that. And then we make sure that it's gonna be the Forbidden Eternal Hunger version. And then we should have no trouble. Maybe. What about you? Are you geared? No, you're not. How about we fix that? How do I fix that? Probably the denial, right? The denial needs to be swapped to somebody else's. We have some good ones. Just don't know which one to steal. It's probably this one that we're gonna steal. 47 on 221 is kinda nasty. Yep, 52% extra damage. Sure. The more crit damage, the merrier. Why not? Let's get it. Am I streaming when Adelheid drops? You're putting me in front of a very, very interesting issue. Adel drops in 9.5 hours. Obviously, I will be streaming when Adelheid drops. It just means that if I don't want to lose any sleep or any more than I have to, I better get my shit together, if you know what I mean. I better get my shit together. I mean, I guess that could work. Ah, no, we want to do the persona first. We definitely want to do the persona first before we do anything crazy. Can I get my persona, please? It must be in there somewhere. Right? There we go. Found it. I think we can afford to discard this. We can maybe afford to discard you as well. We can get the bonus. I didn't really think that through fully, did I? Now I don't really have that many bullets left. I mean, we kind of like get rid of a lot of stuff, but yeah, maybe I did think about potentially swapping this Blooming Love into a different Epiphany on that deck. Am I silly enough to do that just for one fight? How much do I care about my resources? How much do I care about my resources? How much do I care? Am I gonna do that just for fun? Well, not necessarily fun, but convenience. Convenience. What even is the save data? 160, so he could get one more divine. Huh. Would you look at that? So what would I even go for? Probably the draw one, discard two? No, draw one, discard one. Yeah. Or draw one, discard two. Or the upgrade card. Ah, fuck it. Am I gonna do that? I mean, there's not a lot of. Well, it's gonna be fine. It is gonna be fine. And then also, this card is about to be very awesome. Look. That went well. We now have a reduced cost by 1. Yay. What a cool deck. What a cool deck. I appreciate the Polo boost wash. Polo? What the fuck am I talking about? Okay, let's go back in. We've refined the deck. So let's see what we can do. We've refined the deck. Let's see what we can do here. Alright. So, Adagio. Draw one, quiet discard, discard one. Discarded card was a different combatant. I mean, we could use that right here, right now. It's too early. Let's draw one, discard one. That could work. End up discarding these two. No, these. These two? We can get them back. And then this can go. And then you can go. Undo. Revert. Abort. Okay. That's better. Did we play our entire deck already? For the most part, we've discarded our entire deck. How did you get discarded anyway? I kinda think I need you. What happened to all these Adagios? Huh. Haha. That's gonna be a very depressing turn 1. I can tell you that. You know what? It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Okay, now what? Get the draw ready. Get the discard ready. Discard the persona. Use the persona discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This gets changed into 2. This uses draw 1. Okay, let's do that for now. Okay. Let's get rid of this one. What? Hello? Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Let's get you back to where you belong. Yeah, I guess we gotta start somewhere. One bullet is a little bad though. Yeah, we might just have a hand size problem. Slight one. Oh wow, what a surprise. Is it really gonna be this card? Amazing. Yeah, this might not be my best course of action. We kinda need to do some damage. Maybe I should just go back to a simpler deck that doesn't use the flame. Or the weird epiphany we just created. I don't know. Is he 2 Tefera worth? She is. I just finished FSO just now too. Makes sense. Why would you do it earlier if you can do it later? Gotta always stay on top of things. Okay, let's do it. We have 7 bullets. We're probably not gonna see any more. Let's just get it. Yeah, there we go. Nice. So many unavailable cards, if you would believe it. Okay. You know, that reminds me, we didn't really do much that last turn, you know? In the grand scheme of things, we did a lot of like card discarding, a lot of card sorting, but effectively, we really didn't do much. Maybe we had too much draw. If that could ever be an issue. We might have just very well have had too much draw. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to get rid of these cards. Trying to just... Yep. Okay, that looks good. The only issue is we get a couple more hard bullets here. So we're gonna use 1. This better not create... Like, it should create the Cupid shot first, so we should only be missing out on 1 bullet. Okay, perfect. Let's get it! E0, by the way. Ah. Isn't it great how the card was technically played last, but still had the full hit count? This one here, that is. Isn't it great how it was technically played last, but it still ended up having the full hit count? AKMMJ Noon, what's up, what's up? Pew 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 pew, indeed. We just need to go above 900,000 and then our job is done here. So much draw. Okay. We can do this. You can go. You can go as well. You need to go. You can go. Okay. What do I discard? No. None of these. I don't want to discard any of those. I think this one might be fine. All things considered. So that I can then use this to discard you to do this. Okay, almost done. I just don't know if we're discarding enough bullet cards for like the turn quest, right? Oh no, he's eaten our adagio, if you can believe it. There we go. This should put us above 900. Hopefully. I mean, I'd assume it would. Come on! Get me out of here. Perfect. Obviously, we could have done a lot better. We could have used a different deck. We could have done a lot of things. But I cannot be asked. I cannot be asked. Alright, perfect. Moi. Kari. Leave. Okay. One more fight. Beginning a desire. This is gonna be annoying. Well, Serenia. Christians, attack, health. Is it currently on 9? Who has my piece? I know one of you does. Who is the perpetrator to wear the piece? Who should not? No. There we go. It's Magna. The fuck? What is Magna doing? What the Magna doing? And why is this a denial like this? Because obviously somebody stole your piece here. Yeah, 56 on 223. Cannot complain. Build-wise. Yeah, I think we're just going with this build. AP laser. Serenia, Selena, whoops. I mean, I guess we could do the mega follow-up build. Nah. Let's stick with the Ravaged one. Okay. And then Cassius. Cassius, we're gonna use the premium one though. Where's my premium Cassasius? There we go. Good stuff. Partner. You get you, and I mean, I guess it's in my best interest for you to be powerful. I mean, I don't really have link cards, nor would this be really useful. Sure. Let's give you Marin for a change. Oh yeah, I think she's ungeared. Selena, that is. Do I mind? I do. I do mind. I don't want to see her put up any pathetic numbers. I don't think my heart could stand it. So... yeah. Which means you are getting... attack, passion, beast yearning, crit damage, attack, piece, yeah, and then we just do one by one. You get this one, and this one. But they're kind of fighting for it, her and Serenia. Oof. That could work. We have another one. 9.2, 19. It's again attack. Extra damage. Oh no, they don't clash. Whoops, my fault. Forgot that we're using a different piece because we're running a different set. They do not in fact clash at all. Really. Unless... oof, I guess this might be a problem. Gearing and re-gearing. My greatest love. Bam. And then for the final piece, bam. Okay, can we look at you? 49, 219, 41% extra damage. Hey, that is fucking gorgeous. Which boss would be the best if you wanted to use barrel retain spam against the boss? I don't think any of these would be very receptive to barrel retain spam. At least not how these bosses end up working. You could try and do something with Colossus, but you'd be hard pressed reaching 900k. Yeah, I don't think any of these are particularly good for that. Alright. So let's get this one in. Maybe should have done drone bombing first, who knows. Can probably get the homing lasers back later. For now, it's just important that we get out as many cards as possible. What kind of quest? What kind of quest do we pick? How many Selena cards do I use a turn? Oh, I could probably get away with Full House. Probably. Breaking you right now. Does it make sense?
コバルトウィング待機中。
Sure.
対象を集中攻撃発射。対象を集中ターゲットロック。コバルトライト。殲滅殲滅殲滅殲滅殲滅殲滅。撃ちましょう。来ましたね。待機中です。ご命令を狙います。ターゲットロック。コバルトライト。ターゲットロック。コバルトライト。コバルト殲滅殲滅。
もう一度振ってみようか。裏顔こんなのはどうだい。
撃ちましょう。来ましたね。待機中です。ご命令を。殲滅殲滅殲滅。狙います。殲滅。ターゲットロック。コバルトライト。コバルト殲滅。狙います。殲滅。コバル殲滅。撃ちましょう。ご命令。殲滅殲滅殲滅殲滅。ターゲットロック。コバルトライト。殲滅殲滅殲滅殲滅殲滅殲滅殲滅殲滅。どんな敵でも徹底的に排除いたし。殲滅。
派手にもう一度振ってみようか。裏か表か。
命中。来ましたね。
もう一度振ってみようか。派手にこんなのはどうだい。裏顔。
Hey, action count increase, and it actually applies. Awesome. You usually don't see that happening. Now what? That doesn't work. I need to break him first. Okay, okay.
派手に行こうかね。運命というべきかね。
There we go.
コバルトウィング待機中。
Yeah. Break him first, get the AP, play the persona of Luster. Ain't getting much better than that. And then one of these, do the follow-ups. Could have probably done the plasma missile a little earlier. Nah, unlucky.
裏顔もう一度振ってみ。
ヘッドショット。
派手にもう一度振ってみようか。
狙います。コバルト対象を集中攻撃し狙います。殲滅。コバルトウィング狙います。殲滅。発射。ターゲットロック。コバルトライト。
That was the hit count full hand redraw thing, right? Or something like that. Yeah. Or I guess 5 card redraw. Nah, too much. Draw 1 skill card. Sure. Draw 1 skill card, I will. That works.
裏かをこんなのはどうだい。
狙います。殲滅殲滅撃ちましょうか。待機中でご命令を。殲滅殲滅殲滅。
Yeah, we don't. I guess we don't have a high enough amount of Cassius cards available for this to like turn into a full proper turn. Well, not that it matters, because we're done here. We are done here. I'm not doing this. Like, sure, we could have at some point chased a high score here and there. And I think we're probably gonna do that for the next season of Full Scale Offensive. But we're gonna have a busy day tomorrow. So, I'm not gonna make it any busier than it needs to be. You got 900k on Colossus, that thing is unfair. In the end I did it with Mika Rita 9. The most important part is that you play 2 cost or more cards. Right? That is the most important thing about Colossus. Make sure you play 2 cost or more cards. Because it's up to 400k points there. And also make sure when you hit head that you use something that does big damage on the very first hit. So think of Fuse, think of like Rita, high cost card, Typhara nuke. There's a multitude of ways, but the easiest will always involve Orlea. Why is she shooting so many homing lasers on Ravage? Well, it's called the back pocket cobalt light. When an ally inflicts Ravage, so when your team inflicts Ravage, you do an 80% damage hit per Ravage tenacity amount. That's like the multitude of hits you see. So if an enemy has 10 Ravage bars and you Ravage them, you get 10 hits. But no, the other stuff is just the interactions between her kits in terms of... So when you use Pale Shooting Star to hit something, but Pale Shooting Star is not the... Like, okay, the most important part about Pale Shooting Star is its hit should never, ever be the hit to break. And the reason for that is when you use it and it breaks, it is going to use up your homing lasers that would usually go to your hand. So if you use a Pale Shooting Star on a target and after the Pale Shooting Star hit it doesn't get broken, you can then use the remaining homing lasers that she summons to break the target to get all of the homing lasers back into your hand, effectively giving you double value. So not only do you attack and play 5 homing lasers, you also get all of these homing lasers back into your hand. Yeah. Pale Shooting Star is a cool card. You haven't seen anybody beat 150 with Serenia? It really wouldn't be that difficult. It really wouldn't take a lot. I will be entirely honest with you. It is not gonna take a lot to do that. Gentlemen, do we fashion pull for Adelheid? What's the opinion of the council? Do we actually fashion pull for Adelheid? Is there a world in which we do that? Hell no. Expressive. How many of those? Do I still have one of these lying around? Let's see. Cards, card motions. I do have one of them lying around. Cool. But I also don't intend to go further with Hyde Mary. I don't really care about Sword Rain, nor do I care about Solar Light. See if she deserves it first. Absolutely. Maybe for a copy target. Alright, let's save the 25 fashion pulls and see if we can get something tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. How many hours is it until then? Ooh, only like 9. That's pretty close. Okay, let's make the final poll and let's see which chat believes more in the devs. Let's keep it nice and simple. Manager poll. New poll. Maintenance time. We're gonna do it for like a duration of what the fuck? Let's say 3 minutes. On time plus 1 hour plus 2 hours. 4 hours. GG. Okay, there we go. That is your time to do your votings, you Twitch people. Now, obviously, we gotta do the same thing on YouTube. Maintenance time. Is it gonna be A? On time. Is it gonna be B? Plus 1 hour. Is it gonna be C? Plus 2 hours. Or is it gonna be D? Plus 4 hours. Yeah. Those are your options. Doing chaos to get a deck for Diana before the time runs out? What do you mean? Doing chaos to get a deck for Diana before the time runs out. What time? Oh, for full scale offensive. If at minimum expect 2 hours. Yeah, but don't stop believing. You know, we just gotta show some mercy. Theoretically, what CET time is maintenance over if it's on time? Let me check. I need to see CET. What is the CET time conversion? Oh, it's the same fucking time. 8 a.m. It's 8 a.m. if on time. Or 8 hours and 43 minutes from now. Right? You see it right here. The time is UT. Hello? Can we go back? The time is supposedly 6 UTC. It's supposedly 6 UTC. On time because they say a longer time and finish way earlier? No. 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 So yeah. Also the game starts its maintenance in 3 hours and 42 minutes. So if you've got shit to do, 3 hours and 40 minutes until the game goes heads rolling. So, we have a 16% on time, 12% 1 hour, 42%. That is ridiculous. 31% of you are saying it's 4 hours. Surely the Twitch people are a lot more trusting. See? 44% are saying, okay, it's not a lot of votes though. But 44% are saying on time, 38 are saying 2 hours, and then 4 hours. But, I mean, hey, it's a similar split. Why no maintenance over early option? Can pigs fly? Does a rainbow have 9 colors? Is Tressa ever gonna become relevant? No, that's a low blow. I really do hope she becomes. Like, I did not go out of my way. I mean, here, let me show you. I have this one deck. Or I had this, like, one setup. Did I transfer this to somebody else? You know, let me build that back again. I had that one setup where I didn't give a single fuck about crit chance. The only thing I cared about was attack. And damage over time. And I guess attack flat, you could say. So we had a piece like this. Damage over time, attack, crit. That works out. Let's see. Main attribute, I want damage over time, I want attack flat. Obviously on a piece like this. 13, 2.2. I think I had a discussion in my head on which one of these was superior. I think the answer was... Yeah, I mean, this one here, if I wanted more crit chance, I could get it, but crit chance is lame. Who wants crit chance if you could also just not have crit chance? You understand? Like, there's wisdom in these words somehow. Let me see. Attack, crit, damage over time. Attack, extra damage, crit chance, damage over time, attack, crit chance, crit damage. I guess it works out. And then here, obviously, also we're going for damage over time with some attack flat. I think it was this piece. I think it might have been that. Ooh, that's a contender. But it's defense percent. Ew. Yeah, like, I did not go out of my way to build a Tresser this beautiful. Why are we on 28? That's way too much crit. But I didn't build a Tresser this beautiful. I mean, look at this. 40% damage over time on 1200 attack. Like, come on. Give me some useful agony, please. Why? How would I ever use this deck if agony doesn't do insane damage? Sad times. I'd like to see if I could even do anything with Owen. I mean, Owen has just one singular card and it's enough for his for his existence. There you go. Smack it on a 9. Smack it on a Hyde Mary. Smack it on anything that hits hard. And hits double hard if it had 2 hits. It's that simple. Take anything that hits hard. Make it hit twice as hard. Call it a deck. And then again, if you want to do it for Hyde Mary, technically there's this card as well. So you'd get the benefit of Owen. But the problem is Owens is a skill card, so it works with Orlea damage stacking. Rising Dragonspire wouldn't. But you also wouldn't lose the 25%. But I think overall Owen would still end up being more damage. Because you could just Mega Orlea stack. Yeah, basically the team would be like a 9 Orlea Owen or Typhara Orlea Owen or Hyde Mary Orlea Owen. And you just use this card. And it'd be good. It'd be great. Also, I don't even know if this stacks. It probably doesn't. Maybe it does. I never tried. Also, maybe you don't want to stack the 25% damage decrease multiplier that many times. Never really bothered investigating, you know? Other things that could be kind of cool. Maybe this one. Not really. Not really. I do wonder, what happens to a card that has exhaust 1 and gets activated twice? It would probably only activate 1 time, right? I think this Wind Slash here is at least kind of fun because it's an upgrade card, but you'd probably just end up cutting it. This Break Armor here, this is kind of cool. -4 Fortitude on the enemy, meaning the enemy takes 80% more damage. So, that honestly really isn't that bad. You could also potentially do something like apply Vulnerable or whatever else you might be able to think of. And then this Wind Riding, nah, I don't know. It helps you get some other cards back. Yeah, but you could just use more 9 Extreme Hue hits by herself instead. Yeah, but what if you're just stacking for 1 big hit and then you turn it into 2? That's the entire idea, right? What if you're just going for one big hit and now you turn it into two? Because it's now two big ones. When is the pre-install for the child? I don't think there's a pre-install. I don't think that's how it works. It's gonna be like at maximum a gigabyte of download. 8.5 hours from now, and that's it. I think that's kind of it. Yeah. Hoping that other damage amp will revive Agony for now. No, it's not gonna work. And that is because it unfortunately is fixed damage. The same way you can kind of think of the Adelheid buff as morale. And the same way morale makes agony damage not go up, the other damage also isn't gonna go up. Like, there's a 0.02% chance that somehow Adelheid is magically gonna not just double, but triple the agony damage. How do you deal with Colossus? Big hits. That's mainly what you do. Big hits, and the trick is kill the right hand first before you hit the left hand, or use extra attack damage to hit the left and the right hand. Kill the left hand first, then hit the right hand. Otherwise, he's gonna whoop your ass and you're gonna be sad, right? In this case, it is technically left, but kill this one first. I'm talking from a visual. You know what I mean? Fuck. Like, attack right first, then left if you're looking at the hands, but if you're talking about the actual hands, it's left hand first, this fucking hand, and then the other one. Do this one first, then the other one, then hit face. So AoE is a no. Unless you can one-shot both, I wouldn't really recommend it. But yeah, kill this first. Kill this first, then hit the other one, and then have something big to hit the face, or use something like Hyde Mary E2 or Barrel extra attack damage card, the damage on retain card, to take care of the hands, to then hit face. There's a multitude of ways. Yeah. What about the hands on his face? You can hit them when you can hit them, and then you'll be fine. But, okay. So, if I had to describe the hands on his face, it would probably be, this is left hand 1. This would be right hand 1, and then this is like left hand 2, and this is right hand 2. So, it could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that it actually matters, but, yeah. Did anybody ever wonder why he's putting his own hands in his mouth? Is that something we should be wondering about? Is Hyde Mary's E2 extra attack considered a one-cost card? Hell no. It's just that. It's an extra attack. Not a card, it's just an extra attack. So anything that boosts card damage is not gonna apply, but anything that boosts damage amount is gonna apply. Same way that anything that boosts extra attack damage is gonna apply. Is Colossus the hand from the Hands God? No. The Hands God is way cooler than this guy. Way better. Way better. Way better. Maybe. Yeah, Salty's gonna be interesting tomorrow. I wonder if we already got spoiled the character rotation. But yeah, we're supposed to get a sneak peek at the Haru, Yuki, and Shizuru buffs through Salty. Because I think the way they talked about it is we are actually going to be able to play the buffed versions of the characters before they get buffed. So there is a chance that you're going to be able to see and find new cards, new epiphanies, and different multipliers on Yuki, Shizuru, and Haru from Salty from tomorrow onwards. Why do Colossus hands 3 and 4 have 7 fingers? Okay, look at this. If you draw 5 fingers, it's normal, it's not creepy, but at least you draw 5 fingers. If you draw 6 fingers, it is more creepy, but everybody's gonna accuse you of AI. So that's why you draw 7. It's still creepy, but at least people are not gonna think it's AI, because people are scared of 6 fingers. Every time you see 6 fingers, they're all gonna scream AI, which is why you do 7. Achieves the same purpose, saves you the trouble, and gets the point across. There you go. I tell you, if he had 6 fingers, people would be screaming AI. So that's why it's 7. I thought the buff was salty only. Was it confirmed to eventually come to the main game? Yeah, they're coming in June. They're coming with the Tenebria update. Alright. Thank you all so much for joining. We see each other early tomorrow for a surely on-time release. If not, depending on how much they delay, we might just scour the Chaos Zero Nightmare Reddit. Because, I don't know, I'm kind of tired of starting a stream and then ending the stream and starting it again, so we might just stick through it. Yeah. Get your sleep, do what you need to do. We see each other when we see each other, and there's actually quite a lot of things we need to confirm tomorrow. For example, how do these new gear cores actually work, right? Are they actually good? Are they kind of garbage? We shall see. Have a 3-hour nothing Stresm ready. Have a 3-hour nothing stream ready? Nah, 6 hours is a little too long. Peace. Appreciate you stopping